Some traditions have this magic to them that goes way beyond just the ingredients or the actions. And today, we're going to dive into this really beautiful winter solstice story that shows how a simple act and a humble little sweet dumpling can become this incredible source of hope and love. So that's really the big question, isn't it? How can a simple little rice ball, a Tangyuan, transform into a guardian, a wish, and a symbol of just profound resilience? It's a really amazing look at how we, as people, create meaning in our lives. All right, so our story starts at the edge of a small town, and that's where we meet our two main characters, a really resourceful mother, Ajal, and her wonderfully imaginative daughter, Xiaolian. They are the absolute heart and soul of this tradition. Now, just to paint a picture for you, their home was, let's just say, pretty minimalist. The story describes it as having 4 bare walls. But, and this is the important part, what they didn't have in stuff, they more than made up for with warmth, with love, and this really rich inner world. And this right here, this is where the magic really kicks in. So the sweet smell of Tangyuan is wafting through the town on the winter solstice, and little Xiaolian asks this incredibly innocent question. See, she doesn't just see them as food. She sees them as these potential magical visitors, as happiness sprites. Hearing this, Ajao just springs into action. From this tiny little bit of glutinous rice flour she'd managed to scrape together, she lovingly kneads and rolls just over a dozen Tangyuan. She even finds a way to use some natural coloring to make a few of them this joyful, festive red. So these weren't just dumplings anymore. They were their very own happiness sprites brought to life. So the Tangyuan start cooking, bobbing to the surface like little balloons, and Xiaolian is so ready to eat. But Ajao stops her. She says, hold on, before we can enjoy them, these little sprites have a very, very important mission to complete. And this is the beginning of their own unique family ritual. So they have this special tradition, and they call it pasting fun. It's simple, really. It just means taking a few of the warm, sticky Tangyuan and pasting them in 3 very specific places around their little home. And each one of those locations has its own special purpose, its own power. And believe me, these are not just random decorations. Oh no, each pasted Tangyuan is put there with intention, to act as a guardian, a physical symbol of all their hopes for the year to come. Let's break down what each one really means. Okay, first up, Ajiao takes a red and a white Tangyuan and she gently presses them onto their old wooden door. She explains to Xiaolian that this is their good fortune team. The red one stands for joy, the white one for hope, and together they form this shield of love. It's like they're telling any bad luck, nope, you're not welcome here. This home is full of hope. Next, they go to the window. Here, Ajiao pastes just a single red Tangyuan, and the symbolism here is just beautiful. I mean, the window is how they see the world, it's how light gets in. So this little red Tangyuan becomes this powerful antenna, a luck receiver, designed to attract all the good news and joy from the outside world and just pull it right into their home. And finally, and this part is maybe the most moving, they go to their rice jar, which is empty. Ajia pastes a white Tangyuan on it, and she calls it their wishing stone. It's this quiet, powerful prayer for the future. It's a promise to themselves that next year, this jar is gonna be full, and they won't have to worry about hunger. It's such a tangible symbol of their wish for abundance. So it's only after this whole ritual is complete that mother and daughter finally sit down together to share the few Tangyuan that are left. And this meal, even though it's small, is now just charged with so much more than flavor. And this, right here, just brilliantly illustrates the entire message of the story. You see, their reality was one of poverty, a humble home with not much in it. But their feeling after doing this ritual of love and hope was one of complete fullness. The Tangyuan in their bowls might have been few, but their hearts were absolutely overflowing. And that magic, it didn't just fade after dinner. All year long, those dried Tangyuan on the door, the window, and the rice jar, they served as what the source calls healing little cards. They were these constant physical reminders that their home was protected by love, that it was open to joy, and that it was destined for a better future. Their hope was literally posted right there on their walls. So what can we all take away from this amazing story? Well, it offers this really profound lesson on what fullness actually means and how we can find it in our own lives no matter what our circumstances are. This is it. This is the ultimate takeaway.
The story teaches us that true abundance, real satisfaction, it's not about what you have in your pantry or your bank account. It's an internal thing. It's something that grows from a heart that's filled with love, imagination, and hope.
What Ajao and Xiaoleng did was create this incredibly powerful ritual. They took simple food and turned it into a vehicle for love. They created this mindful energy from just a simple action. And it just goes to show that any of us, anywhere, can use our imagination to paste our own good fortune and remind ourselves that love and hope, well, that's the real wealth.
And so that leaves us with something to think about. Inspired by this story of turning something so small into something so magical, think about your own life. What tangible hope, what little wish for the future are you going to paste on your door this year?